I was in kindergarten when this took place. To give you some background, I was not a trouble kid, but like, we didn't stay in one place for too long. We weren't in like Detroit or some shit. Nah, we were named after a certain 1984 movie starring Donkey from Shrek. So anyway, I was 6 years old and I went to another public school where I normally went to because my parents used to not work from home. It was like 3 years before the outbreak. So yeah. I remember I was 6 years old and my sister was roughly 8. Yeah, my parents dropped us off at this place called Vacation Care, where it was pretty fun. Sometimes, most of the time, it was boring. I didn't even really do much other than look at the trains. I was an odd kid. I think my parents didn't want to get a babysitter for me and my sister, where I probably would have wanted a babysitter at that time. But anyway, back to the story. I was 6 years old, vibing, and I think my sister was like, wait, let's play tip. So we played it. There was like a slide area where it was fire. That was like the go-to hangout spot. Then I remember trying to chase my sister. I fell off, broke my arm, which, you don't have proof I did. You want to bet? Like, I'll show you the photos at the end of the video. It's like medical diagrams, don't worry, they didn't be like, that's going in my oh god, I just remembered cringe compilations existed. They weren't like, that's going in my cringe compilation. And I would have been rather concerned if I had a phone when I was 6. Back to the story. I fell off. It was like a really small drop. It was like probably a meter. But at the time, I was a 6-year-old who looks like a mutant. Or I looked like you could have mistook me for one of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, mate. But anyway, back to that. I fell off. I screamed. My sister was like, "Oh shit!" Like, broke my arm. I think my parents couldn't get me, so I had to get. So my uncle had to pick me up, drive me to the hospital. My parents had to leave work. I went home. I was like, I think this was an appropriate sound effect. Where can I find it? Hold on. This was accurate. Yeah, that's what 6-year-old me sounded like. But anyway, went to the hospital, got like a cast all over my arm. It was when I felt like a cyborg. Look, alright, I grew up on Teen Titans Go while you had a normal childhood. Shut up and let me have this, alright? So, and I remember one night, I went over to my aunt's house. There was Horton Hears a Who. Like, I somewhat remember that movie. But I lay down in her backyard, and it was like the night and shit. I was like, oh my god, it's so cool. And I remember going, I think my dad had like a bunch of different apps for like stars and stuff. I don't even know why. Probably didn't. But anyway, got home. I got the cast off after a bit, and I was like, man, this feels weird. So, yeah. Well, you don't have proof this happened. Mate, I have the scar, and I'm gonna show you the medical diagrams from late July 2017. Yeah, you see it? Oh. Yeah, July 2017. Wait, yep. Yeah, that's how you know I was cooked. And I had to get like staples in my arms. I don't even know what they did. And I do remember waking up and most of them going, "Oh, I miss you so much." But that's not our actual voice, it's just a really bad approximation. I did wake up happy and I was like, yeah, baby. Let's go. And it was a learning experience. I never crawled up slides again. And honestly, like, I don't even know how. I think the workers, they did try to help, but apparently my sister was like, oh yeah, they were looking at their phones. And my mum gave them the side eye and like the, are you serious right now, bro? Type of motion. Which I wasn't there for. I barely remember this. Like, I'm surprised I remember stuff as far back as I do. I remember when I was like 2 years old. Like watching, playing with fucking... No, I think it was a bit older, but like, you all remember the TV show Thunderbirds from like 2015? That shit was fire, I think. I know that there was the 2004 movie starring, I don't know, fucking, what's that one? Jake Gyllenhaal, yeah, Mysterio. But that's really all I remember this. I thought the transformations were cool, alright, shut up. But anyway, I went. So that's the story of how I broke my arm when I was a 6-year-old idiot. And if you're wondering what game I'm playing, it's Skate 3. It is such a good game. I'm playing it on the Xbox because it's backwards compatible, which, how? None of the Tony Hawk games are backwards compatible. In like different licensing. I don't know. Anyway, have a good day or night. Knowing me, I'll probably just have a random night. I'm going up to the fucking observatory. I'm not gonna stop until I'm at the observatory. Like, I went up, like, that's real. I do remember one time going into the computer labs, at like a computer lab at their school. I remember playing Firewing Water on like their PCs. And you know what? I am thinking about doing more videos about this spot. And the time I went to a Catholic school for a year. I'm not kidding. That was legitimately such a weird time in my life. And yeah, that's really it. Wait, you serious, bro? Wait. Alright, see you guys. I'm gonna play Skate 3. Comment, like, share, subscribe, if you want. And I'll probably see you guys every couple weeks because I've been gone for 2 months because I've been busy and kind of got burnt out. Alright, see ya. If you're from my school and watching this, please don't comment. See ya.